Hello everybody, and welcome to Big Dipper. I seen this on the Play Store. I said, this looks interesting enough. So I decided to get it. We'll see how it goes. You take him. He pops a long, hard stare. Couldn't do anything about it even if I tried. I could sleep hindering my movements. I committed in dark bags under my eyes. Every time I tried to smile, I looked like an absolute madman. Don't be like that. A drink? I think I have some ale lying around in the fridge. That's 9. Please, I'll have to drive later. Sitting in the smoking area furniture workshop, count cars that had New Year trees tied to their roofs, almost like captive beauties to an aboriginal skewer. People only started caring about the holidays right before the eve, so they were selling like hotcakes at a triple price. Some of the beauties are already exposed to an inexcusable amount of bare skin. Nicholas chewed on his pipe and let out a thick cloud of smoke. I pushed a fat envelope towards him. It contained 5 years of my labor, 5 years of insomnia, as well as my endless gratitude. Seeing how reluctant he was to accept the money, I lay back in my chair. Working on the forest again. Saw some equipment near the edge of it recently. Blasphemous. I was spending too much time outside today. The blizzard is coming. Come on, there's nothing about that in the forecast. Old man held a mysterious pause. It pops. You really believe in it? That's 10, don't you? Nah, that's in the realm of fairy tales. They report on fairy tales often in the press. You take small tales from mountains, it's just your average bear. Reporters will eat up anything since they can rarely scrape even 6 pages worth of material. What about the second group? The third? All of them scared shitless by an average bear. Also, go tell that to those hunks who went armed to the teeth and came back with tails between their legs. 11. You lived there, so tell me, were you there at the time? Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. Hard to tell. Why do you ask? Got a fright? I'm just curious. If you bear no ill will, you have nothing to fear. I'm not scared, I'm telling you. Lazily waving the old man away. In my 5 years living in the middle of the forest, I never encountered anything supernatural. I did beat a lot of bears. They were the real threat. Will you take it or not? Nicholas ignored my question. 12. You said your ma will be coming for a business trip. Where is she? She's already been in town for 2 days. I hesitated for a moment. What? What's wrong? She's always too busy. Think there's much work for a lawyer in the country? Hell if I know. Barely talked, even though I called her a number of times. I had no idea where she's staying. Can't you go pick her up? Said she'll come by a corporate car. Tired of this. I don't want to seem clingy. She was once just celebrating New Year together, though. And I thought she was only at first, acting like a happy fool. Now I'm convinced it's just her guilty conscience. Don't fret. Every parent is lonely without their child. I'm as cold-hearted as they get, but I still miss my offspring. I'll be alright with some Yamita. What is it, 13? Why won't you contact the offspring of yours? Nicholas scratched his beard. His son and his wife. Every earthly blessing upon her are my total opposites. They lack a forward spirit, you see. They abhor living in the wilderness among us rednecks. I don't intrude. My granddaughter's always more than done enough for me. Wonderful lass. Where's my blood flows deep, tomboyish, rebellious, hand the gold. She's around your age. I already knew all that. I've been working with Pops for years. He told me a myriad of stories. Half of them involved that girl. Nicholas let out a dreamy sigh. I wonder what she looks like right now. Does she remember riding on Grant's back? Probably. Childhood is the most memorable part of one's life. The old man started reminiscing. I had those eyes to join him. Tapped my finger on the table. 14. Just take it. Cut it out, will you? You may as you like, but I just can't sleep well knowing I have such a huge debt to pay off. Truth be told, my debt to this man was undescribably large, but I was hell-bent on returning that monetary part of it, at the very least. The house is a gift. The money is also a gift, and declining the gift on New Year's Eve is, in your own words, a blasphemy. You little bugger. You shot me like... You shot me a look full of distrust, and I fabricated the sorriest expression I could muster. Alright. Not a penny more, you hear? Finally! I heaved a sigh of relief. My last bit of strength left me as the air left my lungs, and I stopped resembling a human being altogether. I spread all over the chair like an amoeba, half asleep. I guess I'll be celebrating alone this year. Sorry. I promise you though, as soon as that woman disappears like she always does, I'll bring a box of the best cider I can find. I'm not gonna leave until we finish it. Who did you just call that woman, you numbskull? I remember picking up a little crybaby who always missed his mommy. What was his name again? Alright, Andrew. Alright, I get it. Don't worry, I have my own business to attend to. On the eve, I'll just get into my old costume and cheat children at the square for some candy. I could hardly pop my eyelids. Spruces kept past me in the window, but I'd already lost count of them. 17? 19? Guess I'd also forgotten about our little game. Just don't do anything illegal, okay? I won't be able to get you out of jail tonight. Nicholas burst with laughter. He was ready to be absorbed in the chair. The only thing keeping me above its surface was a particular feeling I could not suppress. It pops. Thank you. What are you talking about? I mean, seriously. Thank you. He went silent for a moment, seemingly embarrassed. He tapped my shoulder. Rest a bit. I'll be sure to wake you up later. You did a damn good job. And at that point, I fell asleep. Or, baby boy, get up. You should go before it gets dark. I felt like I had spent at least 2 hours dreaming away. Here, take this. Key to the cellar. It's full of old junk. We also found some holiday stuff there. Toys and such. To make your guest happy. You may even strike up a decent conversation while getting the tree all pretty. Well then, see you next year. And I took off. The seats felt freezing cold, but especially after getting out of that warm, comfy chair. Tuxedo's barely enough to save my hands and feet from going numb. From all the places I've visited in my life, this town was the coldest in the whole country, full of worn-down huts and small apartment complexes. It's not to be the warmest of weathers. Extreme cold was nothing out of the ordinary here. It was a somewhat warm one the entire year. And the 11th we were characterized as severe frost or freezing cold. You know, this sounds a lot like Florida, only inverse. You're here with hard to read. Seem rude at first glance, but we're actually very open and strong. Boiler blood, as tough as the local weather. Again, much like Florida. They cried and laughed equally loud, they supported and taunted each other, like one close-knit family. I'm not sure that qualifies as Florida though. Though I mostly spent my time either in a house or in the middle of the forest or at an old man's workshop. I'd like to visit the market or the hockey field from time to time. It was crowded. Everything there left an impression of sincerity and hospitality that you won't be able to find anywhere else in the world. Every New Year's Eve in Maine, and on the prominent street was decorated with lights of all sorts. Storefronts with plastic, paper snowflakes, kind kids making kindergarten. Giant tree in an ice town we sit up in Central Square. A town that could not last up to half a year thanks to the cold and the polar night. Falls with all sorts of hot drinks and food also grew in that town, like mushrooms after rain. children along with their not-so-solo parents rode in reindeer carriages. So there once was Nicholas. I'm sure they remember the day for the rest of my life, even though it won't be for the whole atmosphere. I live outside town, spend a lot of time in my car. At least I sleep in a warm bed, which compared to the cramped shed at the workshop. Nicholas would even sleep in the smoking area, sitting. The road I used every day was called the Bear Trail. Got the name after the incident that occurred 10 years ago. The force was scheduled for a cut down. Something went wrong on day one. Woodcutters were scared off by a ferocious roar, which if... You know, this is meant to be a terrifying story. Why is the music so uplifting for this? Which if one was to believe them, made the whole force tremble and broke down their equipment. So one even claimed to see a giant bear 6 meters tall. And the higher-ups said the whole crew was drinking way too much. They had a new one. They also didn't last long. In the end, the idea of cutting down that forest was put off for an indefinite period of time. That time ended now. Brand new working house and equipment could be seen at the forest entrance. Woodcutting crews were smoking outside the canteen and staring at the thicket. While skeptical towards these kind of tales, it was still somewhat intrigued by a child who knew that Santa Claus wasn't real, still waited for the presents to magically appear under the tree every year. Obviously, Nicholas warned me about everything about before heading out the keys to the house. I was a regular guest at his place. It's never seen this 6 meter tall bear. According to my calculations, a bear of this size wouldn't be able to move unhindered in such a thick forest. No less hiding. No, this would be another matter entirely. I met them quite often, so I bought myself a gun. One time I had to sit locked up in my car for 2 hours straight. Wait until the bear would stop trying to break into the car and go its own way. And wait 30 more minutes to make sure it wasn't coming back. I had another such guest today. As always on the tracks, it was still fresh in the snow. Giant paws led straight to my front door. The veranda there was empty. Listen closely. There was no unnecessary sound. My spruces crackling from the cold. I threw my gun over the shoulder, snatched the plastic bags, and ran towards the house. People were probably still nearby, searching for shelter or food. I had no intention of providing either, be it the ham I carried or my own meat. The knock was intact, as was the door, which I indeed didn't try to break into the house. It just went over the rails and continued on. Dipper's hat! I locked the door from the inside and looked out the window. Caught a glimpse of something moving in between the tree trunks in the distance. Quickly persuaded myself that this was the beast that was peering back inside with relief. Pine tree. Why is your hat here? My numb hands were difficult to control. Magazines and tissues flew into the fireplace. It would be perfect fuel to start the fire. So it took me 5 matches to be successful. Fingers tingled a little. I don't think I wouldn't lose my hands just yet. Still, some fire left in me. When I said that, the darkness descended upon me with a clank. I woke up from the pain in the back of my head, and then I was knocked out with something heavier than a simple headache. The clang came from my lifesaver in the field of scrambled eggs and fried potatoes. A cast iron frying pan. Someone who uses things like that for not so gentle persuasion certainly doesn't have any good intentions. Holy shit. Greatest meeting ever. I already like this person. They've got character. My vision gradually came back to me. While I couldn't make out a clear silhouette behind the colorful mist, I saw a girl crouching before me, with a gun in her hands. My gun. I was staring down at Sparrow, and the girl was staring at me, intently, without blinking. Not much fire left now. The finger that was clutching her hair had moved, and I shut my eyes, ready to pass on to the other side, but the shot never came. The girl was hindered by her mittens. The gun constantly slipped from her hands as she tried to get a firmer grip on it, risking to blow my head clear off every time she did that. Oh my god, you're an amateur. Her ass were accusing me of some heinous crime, and I felt deeply ashamed, even though I didn't know exactly how I wronged her. She kept on being silent. I had no words either. Pretty cool that time, isn't it? Please don't kill me. Have some tea. What a way to start the conversation. They were bringing out my ears, wasn't helping either. Oh? I tried to make the first step. Because I went wide, but she clipped the gun even harder. Did I do something wrong? I don't know. Yet. Her voice was full of seasoned excuse me, can I fucking speak? Her voice was full of seasoned hostility. As if the gun pointed at my face wasn't enough to show her intentions. And you will never know if you shoot me. You take me for a murderer? Alright, so apparently she's an English woman, all the way in Alaska. I think my saber just now made her furious. And why do you keep that thing pointed at me? I just don't know what to expect from you. I could assure you I didn't plan anything criminal. I just wanted to come back home and... Is this the bear corner? This is gonna be difficult to change voices like that. Because I cannot go high-pitched at all. I figured it was futile to argue about being interrupted, and it caught my attention. I remember Nicholas giving the house that name when it was still in the planet phase. That's right. Why do you call you home? Because I do live here. She stared at me with distrust. Please, would you lower that gun? It'll make the conversation so much more comfortable for the both of us. She hesitated for a moment, but then swiftly grabbed the pan and rushed to the other side of the room. You are adorable. You also remind me of Elsa. A better Elsa. Alright, Miss Mittens. You can't shoot the gun. I'm now prepared for the frying pan. What are you gonna do? I have to find the right pitch for the girl. I don't think I can do a voice for a girl. My voice is too low, naturally. I don't have the octaves for it. No sudden moves. Can I at the very least stand up? She curtly nodded, and I slowly stood up. Ears were ringing, and my brain felt like mashed potatoes. Even though I couldn't feel any bumps on my head. Now she was eyeing me cautiously. I could move freely, and was that much larger and stronger than her. I kept my distance, so I wouldn't scare her into doing something rash and unreasonable. She didn't look like a thief, or a harmful person in general. That didn't explain what business she had in these parts. Let's start from the beginning. My name's Andrew. I've been living in this house for 5 years, and today I drove here in my car, unlocked the door with my key, like I always do, and got hit over the head with a frying pan. What's your story? 5 years? Come on, could you at least give me your name? How is that possible? What about... She sank to the floor, color draining from her face. It can't be. My lady guest gave the room a look over and started crying. I was too late. The artists had fun. And every sob echoed painfully inside my head. It's almost as if my eardrums were being scratched by sandpaper. I tried to gather my thoughts, so they were scattering around like frightened rabbits. And to give her credit for still holding on to that frying pan, though. Can I help you in any way? How long ago? No, the previous owner. Where can I find his what? His workshop? She had to squeeze the words out of herself. They were basically drowning in a sea of tears. When I was finally able to piece the puzzle together, it hit me. Too late. She presumed him to be dead. That makes sense now. There was no way our random person could find his house. We'd worry about some stranger. I think there's some sort of misunderstanding. Nicholas is alive and well. He's just not living here anymore. The sob stopped, and now only hiccups disturbed the silence of the room. I was almost ready to relax, but the house shook from one more wave of tears. Oh my god. What a relief. Please stop crying. Everything is fine. I was never taught how to deal with a situation like that. How could I calm her? How should I calm her down? Did she have some sort of switch for that? A stop word, maybe? I wanted to help her out, but she went completely silent as soon as I took a stupid step. An eerie silence fell. An eerie silence. Even the hiccups were gone. Keep your distance. I took a step back and she resumed crying. I took a step forward. She went silent once again. You're playing with fire. I'm still the one with the gun. Hey, let's do without threats. I just wanted to help you. It's not a good idea to sit on the cold floor. She sprang to her feet. Now, can you move away? As you wish. Not very sociable, are you? I'm sorry for not letting total strangers into my personal space, and from the two of us, I believe you're the one who decided to seclude yourself in the middle of the forest. So who are you to comment on my social skills? Very good. I wanted to retort, but that was cut short by a strange sound. My guess was obviously hungry. You did not hear that, alright? Where do I find Grandpa? Is he in town? He lives in the old workshop. It's on. She shut the door on me. Such a poem is. Did she just up and leave? Check inside my pockets. Car keys are there. The gun and the pen were also left behind. What a crazy woman. Mind telling me where you're going? I got up to her near the fence. To town. No hesitation. You're Julia, right? Nicholas's daughter. I don't remember telling you my name. Yes, it's very nice to meet you as well. Are you stalking me? Just a heads up. Were you the one to sneak into my house? We thought it was just me. Why are you following me? Think I owe you an apology? No, that wasn't my intention at all. Alright, sorry, I didn't have to attack you there. I was scared, that's all. You did it from behind, with a frying pan. I'm sorry, I really am. I don't need your apologies. What do you want? Are you a predator or something? Did you leave your car nearby? No. Actually, I'm not sure. Genius, woman. You're gonna go walking into the woods. Not sure? How will we get to town without it then? On foot? Listen, I don't know how you got here, but we're kind of in the middle of a forest. The town is at least 30 kilometers away, so if you don't come back to the house, there's a high chance you'll get lost. Julia just chuckled in reply. You'll get eaten by a bear or simply freeze to death. I'll be okay, I'm safe here. Why are you so sure? Serious silence followed. I turned back. The house was already hidden behind a row of trees. The snowfall was so heavy I couldn't see a thing. It was dangerous to venture out further. Besides, I wasn't wearing much for the cold and started to get to me. Hey, it's not like I know the forest that well. And so a streak behind me, Julia slipped up and rolled down the hill, small hill. And nothing to you, it seems. She stood up and brushed the snow off her clothes. This trail is supposed to be a shortcut, if I remember correctly. You don't seem extremely confident. As you get back to the house and think it out. Believe me, travel on foot is a bad idea. And why should I trust you? Because it's a reasonable thing to do? No? She gave me a scrutinizing look. Let's go. Pops would never forgive me if he knew I let you go. Not Pops. What do you mean? You got close enough to call him that? We're colleagues. Friends. You should have said that earlier. There was no trace in... Yeah, she has switches. She just... Dichotomy, just switch. There was no trace of hostility left in Julia's facial expression. So that's who Grandpa's friends were. It's almost as if she were happy to see me now. I'm his only friend, really. Why? I promised to tell you everything. Let's just return to the house first. When I was little, we would always take walks here. There used to be a shortcut around here. I don't know where it is, and you don't seem to remember either. Pop said there will be a blizzard and advised me to be careful. Well, it's not that cold yet. Was she that brave, or just plain stubborn? But if Grandpa said there would be a blizzard, we should probably stay inside. She nodded and flashed me a charming smile. Let's go. Sure, you seem to be hungry. Pizza? I'd love to have some. All this damn talking. I need to get a drink.